Okay, so since we are live now on Haiti Born News and we're live on live stream and everywhere else in the world, welcome everybody. If you're on Haiti Born News watching us live and you wanted to be still part of this event, we're running late, you can actually do this. Just go to worldtourismevents.com and click on the Haiti link, and you can register and be part of our event. Nevertheless, I wanted to welcome you from Honolulu, Hawaii. My name is Juergen Steinmetz with Haiti Born News and Livestream. We're here today to talk to a gentleman who is born in Haiti, and he has a little bit of difficulties joining us here. But once he does, I think we can have an interesting feedback about the situation going on in Haiti. While we wait for him, maybe we have a very small crowd of 11 people. So maybe we can just go around and everyone can say where you're from and what is on your mind, if that's okay. And if you don't want to speak, I understand that too, but I'll just go down the link. We have Lucky Chettery. Lucky, where are you from?
Okay. Thank you, Juergen. I am from Nepal. My name is, yes. I'm working on tourism since 27 years now, and we are specialized on the women trekking guide services, and we have a training institute. We are training and providing female trekking guide services in Nepal. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, Lucky. Welcome. I see we have, I probably pronounce all you guys' name wrong, Shaharudin Said. Shaharudin, can you hear me?
Yes. Just a minute, please. Hello. Yes, hello. Good morning here from Malaysia. Shaharudin, yeah.
You're from Malaysia, you said?
Yeah, I'm from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. I'm with the Malaysian Association of the Owners. Yeah, we deal with the issues of hotels involving the matters of owners concern. Yeah. Good morning here. What time is that now?
It is now here 3:44 in Hawaii. Oh, and it's I think it must be 9:44 in the morning your time, right?
That's right. Yes, we just had breakfast.
Our guest is here.
Okay, wonderful. Since we started here, let's go real quick, since we will give everyone maybe 1 minute so we know who everyone is. We have Diane Collins. Diane, welcome.
Hi, thank you. I'm here. I'm Upper Marlboro, Maryland. I'm with Charm City Travel and actually 2 agencies in Sharp Travel International. I was just teetering around into getting into the selling and travel when the pandemic hit. So I'm anxious for it to finally get started.
Wonderful. Hopefully that's soon. I know Hawaii here is booming, so there's something you can start selling, definitely. But thank you. Welcome so much. And there's Gerald Retzlaff. Gerald, where are you calling from? I think, okay, let's go to Henrik Zagi. Henrik? If you can hear, I don't know if your microphone doesn't work, we're just going to go down.
Yes, it's okay, Juergen. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing, Henrik? Where are you calling us from?
Caracas, Venezuela.
In Venezuela, Caracas.
I'm travel agent and tourism, and we are home office only. The government don't accept we work.
That is good.
That is good. That is not good. There is no incoming.
Yeah, that's unfortunately, you're not the only one in the world, but hopefully the situation will improve. We can only but thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Okay,
I know you've been there before because I talked to you, I think, at a WTN event recently.
Yes, and I also publish a lot of ATM communication on my social network.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks
Okay.
for Henrik, and all the best. Okay, so I don't
And
know.
Jer-
I'm losing track here. Who hasn't said anything yet?
Juergen, why don't we start with our session and then other people can introduce
Yeah,
themselves.
we can do this and you can ask questions. So I'm sorry for a little bit of chaos here, but we have our guest, Daniel Ulysse, and I'll let Peter introduce him. Peter is, of course, our co-founder also of the World Tourism Network and partner here in this event. He's joining us from College Station, Texas. Peter, the floor is yours.
Okay, I'm not going to take much time away from Daniel. Daniel Ulysse is a person who works with Haiti. He is a community organizer with Haiti and has done tremendous amount of work in trying to bring some sort of logic to the Haitian situation. As many of you know, Haiti has had a terrible month. Their president was assassinated, was murdered, and then they had a terrible earthquake, and now they're having a terrible hurricane. And there's a lot of suffering, a lot of problems with gangs. And Danielle is going to give us some real insights and tell us not what we're reading in the news, but rather what he can give us from firsthand information. So I don't want to take any time away from him because he's the expert and I'm not. But Danielle, maybe you can just give us a little bit of background about Haiti first, and then, you know, it was trying to become a major tourism center. And I know the North is still having tourism, but give us a little bit of background and then some of the problems that the country is facing, and then some of the things that are not in the news that, you know.
Thank you very much. Thank you, especially Peter, for being a mentor, a great man whom I love and appreciate dearly. Thank you for the technician for all the trouble going through. Thank you for your patience and understanding. I am still learning the technology, although I'm in New York with my daughter. Well, I was born in Haiti. I'm 100% American. I love this country, and I'm a very good friend of Israel. I am the founder of American Asian Caribbean Group, where I've done a number of work bringing people together. My passion is the world, seeing people together, regardless of their race, color, nationality, ethnic, religious. I think we are a great world. And unfortunately, you have a group of greedy people who selfish don't understand. But nevertheless, I love people. I love being around people. I have a privilege to travel a little bit. And I've done a lot of work in Haiti. Haiti is the first Black republic, a very rich country, contrary to what here, very rich country. However, for many years, particularly from 1915, Woodrow Wilson occupied Haiti. And it was through his friendship and people from Citibank, they stole all the gold that they have in Haiti and throughout history. And racism has a lot to do with that. You know, the white supremacists, people like Woodrow Wilson, who occupied Haiti in 1915. It took a number of prominent African-American and people like James Weldon Johnson and a number of people who fought to really get together. They went and fought until in 1934, it's a long story, the occupation ended. So now, since there's so much wealth, gold and natural resources, and people have been fighting for this place. And the problem we have in Haiti today, we inherited from the people who control that country. Now, as an American, and I think we need to change our foreign policy, because what has happened in Haiti getting worse after the first earthquake, when a man named Bill Clinton and his wife, they went to Haiti and Obama gave them the country in a silver platter. And hundreds of millions of dollars was raised through the Clinton Foundation. Nobody sees that money. Until today, people are asking, where's the money? Now, major network from the New York Times and Miami Herald, every major newspaper in the world, I've been asking, where's the money? That's a big story. Nothing has been done since 2010. And they further enrich themselves. And Haiti has a very bad history of the Clinton. This couple have done a lot of damage to this beautiful country. And many of you might not know that Hillary Clinton brother has a contract to extract gold to some friends who gave money to the Clinton Foundation. It's a big story, a scandal, corruption, and people use, but majority of people don't understand. Now, we are fighting from those years, all those problems we have, earthquake, natural disaster, man-made disaster, the political problem worsened, as I say, since the 90s, early 90s, when Clinton discovered that place and they got involved. There have been 2 coups d'etat. There's been a number of political situation, and ever since that time, the political situation worsens, and there are a number of things we don't need to go over here. But again, I know what's going on. I'm very involved in American politics, from the Republican side to the Democratic side to the concept and American foreign policy dealing with the Caribbean. So understand, well, I'm saying all this because I know there's hope. The fact that I know people like you, Peter, and understanding people have interest in travel, we need to lobby and show these people need peace. Many of the problems we have in the third world country has to do with greed, with the globalists, with stealing, with impoverishing, we don't give people a chance. But now, if we have peace, people can travel, they can afford to go to all those countries, enjoy the world. We don't need foreign occupation. Look at what happened in Afghanistan. So we in the tourism business, humanists, good people, need to speak to our government, especially the military complex, those who invest billions of dollars, who support those wars. We don't need those wars. We need peace. We need to travel, enjoy a good meal, enjoy the world. So this is what people need to understand. Those who have stake in tourism need to fight with their elected official, not to send military. Now, many problems we have in Latin America and South America throughout the years, and we know it's due to bad foreign policy, greedy American, because I'm an American. So greedy people who don't understand, who see their self-interest. Furthermore, they give a bad name to the United States. My prayer, my hope, and I know one country that can help us tremendously, my partner, I'm looking forward to partner with, is Israel. Believe it or not, because there's a lot of things. Israel is the only country who can partner with us, because geopolitics, the way things are done in Haiti, for many years, especially by the time that Clinton put their grip on Haiti, worsened situation. I don't need to go into too many, but I have solution. I know how we will change the situation. What is important in Haiti? There's a lot of opportunity, a lot to see, a lot to do. Very warm, welcoming people, very hospitable people. But again, they keep on suffering. Things are going from bad to worse because of the lobbyists who paying people. We missed a big opportunity recently with Donald J. Trump, President Trump. We could have gotten a certain thing done. But again, it took me those 4 years to study. I spent a lot of time in Washington to understand how our foreign policy works, to understand the intelligence community, to understand the business community, to know. Now that I have this knowledge, I want peace. We don't need those wars. We don't need this kind of trouble in this country. We better off investing in education, in healthcare, to have Americans who can afford to travel, to spend money. And that's what we need to do. And also working with our neighbors, with other countries. So the traveling, the tourism industry, people can make money. Airline industry make more money, hotel construction, peace. We don't need this trouble. It's a group of greedy bastards who are creating those wars, making money, selling bombs, selling machines to destroy lives. That's the problem. So we need to stand against the globalists who coming with all those excuses to kill and bomb. Look how they destroy many countries. And we remember recently how much money we lost in the tourism business because of those crazy war under the 8 years of Obama. So we need to be real, understand what is going on. That's why we need president, American president. We need American officials who want peace, who wants to protect America, who give other countries a chance to take care of their business. In the case of Haiti, for example,
Yes,
Haitian,
Mr.
black
Daniel,
Haitian.
let's really try to emphasize Haiti and talk about some of the issues that are going on in Haiti.
Yes, yes. In the case of Haiti, again, there's a lot of potential, but again, it's a big disparity and the problem that exists. That's my mission. That's my job, to let Americans, to let people know Haiti is a beautiful place, a lot of opportunity. We better off, instead of investing money in all those fake election, all those trouble, we need to invest in infrastructure. We need to invest in tourism and have a peaceful place. So Haiti has a lot of opportunity. I believe and I know that we, those of us who are here, it doesn't take a lot of people to change Haiti. It doesn't take a lot of people to change the world. It takes few people who believe in themselves, who believe in God, who believe in their power. I believe, I swear, I can and I will change Haiti. I will. I will. I will. And
So
we work together.
let's, what are some of the, right now, there's a lot in Haiti because of the problem of the president was murdered, because of the earthquake, about the hurricane. Tell us a little bit about some of the problems that the people of Haiti are facing.
Well, the assassination, and we know, I don't want to mention name, some of the experts in the world have been killing, murdering people, and murdering a president in his room has a lot to do. Not an average person can do that. Either a small country or a big country, it takes conspiracy, it takes a lot of things to kill a president. So there are experts who do that. So that's a different story. Now, again, we didn't expect that in Haiti. But what we see going on in Haiti right now, there's not just from the assassination of the president, and even the earthquake, according to certain expert geologists, people are wondering whether there are not some drilling going on, because the area where they have those quakes, there are some operation. There's a lot of petrol. I mean, gas in those places. And it's not too far from Venezuela and on the water. Haiti has the fourth largest embassy in the world. The fourth largest US embassy in the world is in Haiti. Why in the world they have the fourth biggest embassy? Now, they don't really accompany Haitian. They don't do anything, just as a bunch of greedy, those handle foreign policy in Haiti, they're stupid. They make grave mistakes. They're creating people who should have been people who want to be good neighbor, good citizen. There's the boots of those foreign policy experts who are oppressing Haiti. Just like the revolt we saw with George Floyd, this is the same thing going on. When you send those little white kids, white supremacists making decision on Haiti, a black country, no Haitian, no one who cares about this country are involved in policy making. This is stupid. This is crazy. This is a result of those problems when you have those ambassadors who are paid, who are hired, lobbied to be in Haiti. It's a mess. I studied, I understand, and I know. So we need to change the dynamic. We need to change those policies. We need to do better. If you were to look at the name and Google and search, read, investigate those who are involved in Haiti, you would see who they are and their background and why we are in this mess. Again, all this, we are not discouraged. From the assassination to the earthquake, and after the earthquake, again, I am grateful to my friend Israel, who sent the first ship hospital. And again, Israel was the only country who was able to send a ship, because the US took control of the airport, took control of everything, because they want to protect their interests, not because they want to protect the lives of Haitians. Because we all know greedy Clinton was controlling, handling money. This is the kind of mess that I'm fighting, that we Haitians, serious Haitians, are fighting. We are part of the American fabric. Haitian fought at the battle of...
helped you at all? Have the Europeans helped you? The Germans have a lot of money. Have the Europeans helped Haiti?
Not really. European do a little bit, but we are American. We are situated less than 2 hours from Miami. So the European is way out there. They have some interest, but American have more interest in Haiti. And we need to change this. We need to change the conversation. We need to fight. There's some kind of help from Europe, but we need to change that. We need to develop. We are American. Many of us, my kids serve in the US Navy. My family serve in this country. We give our life. We are American. We care about this country. We need to change the policy. We need to make this place a better place for us to live. We need to develop a better relationship. We need to elect
I'm going to try
better
to keep
American.
on Haiti, not the United States. This is about Haiti.
Say it again?
This is about Haiti, so I'm going to try to keep you on.
No. I'm talking about Haiti, but again, we suffering because of American foreign policy, American making decision of their big gun, their big machine, and that's our problem. Yeah. And we need to make decisions.
What can be done to improve tourism in Haiti? Tell us a little about tourism in Haiti. If you go to Haiti, what is there to see? What is there to do?
Tourism, that's the best place in the world. For example, there are all the landmark. There are historical sites. There are so many things. One of the big fortress in the world, the Citadel, that was the eighth wonder of the world. They still have remnant of the Indian. There are places, there are caves you go. There's so much to see. It's a lot to see in Haiti, and especially the northern part of Haiti, where throughout history, everything you need to see, you will find them in Haiti. Beautiful climate, mountain, and there's so much to do and see. You have 4 weather in Haiti. In other words, it's always warm. Even in the midst of winter, you can go to the beach, and you can go way in the mountain somewhere where it's cold. But again, Haiti is a very warm, hospitable people, a beautiful place. The scenery, the places, the historical. And I invite those of you who are watching tonight who want to really Google and look more about Haiti, about the history, fascinating story. Who Haitians are, what we want to do. Again, there's an opportunity in business. There are billions of dollars to be made. But again, we need to get involved. We need to really get engaged because, as I said, I understand, I've identified our partners, people who can help to make this place, because even Israel and Haiti, you'll be surprised next time I bring you more information about the relationship between Israel and Haiti, historical, from religious to a lot of things we can do. Thousands and thousands of Haitians visit Israel for pilgrimage every year. There's a number of things we can do also in exchange, and again, for agriculture, for tourism, for education. There's a number of things that Israel can offer. The secret is the only country that can help, and the American will not interfere, not do anything. Any other country that try to do something in Haiti, even Germany has problem. That's why we have war, we have problem when the US took over and kicked the German out. So it's a lot. So we have a lot of things to see and do. It's a beautiful place there.
Yes. I know you have a problem in the South with gangs. How are you handling that?
Well, the gang can be and will be easily controlled. That's why we need to expose that. The problem of the gang is a recent problem. It's because there's money, there's opportunity, there's the petrol, and some big investors pay the gang. They've done that in other countries also. What we have is a new phenomena. Those who are involved in the gun industry, and I've read a number of books, including declassified document. We understand the gang need to be stopped. Haiti doesn't need any gang. They send the gang because certain Americans, certain big people invest, and they need some of the resources, and they're paying people to create problem. This is the problem of the gang. That's why I am not only here on your forum, I'm going also other major network to expose what is going on. The gang, we don't need the gang. The gang like private army supported by specific people. I don't want to mention names, but we know who they are. Some globalists who have interest, who are selling guns to destabilize countries so they can steal their resources. And they've done it in Africa. We don't want that in Haiti. It's a recent problem that began recently. And we have BNU, the United Nations, this woman who runs the BNU in Haiti. And those who have those jobs, they're defending the interests of the investors, although they represent the United States, but they're not defending, they're not protecting the interests of the United States. I am American. My family is, everybody is American, but it took us forever to understand what's going on. Now the UN is controlling. UN has done a lot of damage, wasting billions of dollars, nothing to show. BNU supports some of those gangs because every year at the UN General Assembly, that they want to show that doing progress and they create something. So they have those guns. Because there was the CIA representative in Haiti said that, I don't want to mention name, but I saw the report where it says repression works. So these people they impose repression on certain nations, on certain people to create problem. The gang is a new phenomenon, okay? And we will, off the air, we will in Washington, we'll lobby with our elected, we will take care of it. And we don't need foreign intervention. We don't need American intervention. We don't need anyone to come to Haiti. We can deal with it. All we need is for them to withdraw, to take the gun back, not to supply guns in Haiti. There's an embargo. we cannot just buy gun. We cannot just buy those very expensive machine. So again, they want to destroy the economy. If you go next door to the Dominican Republic, the Dominican Republic does not have the beauty what we have as far as historical value and cave and all those things. They're smart, they create things, but they don't have what we have. We can invest. There's a citadel, you can see the palace, Sanssouci Palace, and so many things to see and do in Haiti. So we need to understand everything is by design. The violence, the gang are structural violence supported by specific group who have interest in Haiti. They don't want to see progress. They don't care. They're not encouraging nation building. They just want to steal everything that Haitian have. And so they can enrich that little group of selfish Americans who are doing it. They not.
Do you think that people might have some questions for Daniel?
Just me?
If you wanted to have questions, just raise your hand. And Daniel, and then we can give you the floor. I can see this from here. Daniel, thanks so much. I mean, of course, not everyone may be agreeing with your political view and so
That's
forth,
okay.
but that is everyone's business, and we're trying to be a little bit less political, but it's an interesting perspective. And
Yes.
But I'm wondering, when you look at the situation right now after the 7.2 earthquake, and this is the second earthquake of the size Haiti is facing, what is being done to help Haiti? What can Haiti to help themselves? And specifically, when we talk about tourism, we can only talk about tourism when it's in a country that is functioning and that has the infrastructure.
I presented. I had a presentation at the White House on May 18, after the earthquake on May 18, 2010. I also had a presentation at OAS. What I presented, they took it. They were trying to do it without me. So this is to show I'm not a kid. I know what's going on. What we propose is to invest, to have real partners to develop Haiti, to be involved. See, tourism, when people have interest, the native have interest, it works better. Even if you were to come invest $20 billion in Haiti and don't have the people involved, you're not going to succeed. So I understand. I've followed Caribbean tourism, a number of organizations, and I'm also involved one or another to world tourism with the Dr. Tarlow, and I know. So what we need right now is to promote peace, to remove the political situation, to have Haitian to take care of their business. They can afford to travel, to spend money. People can afford. We can clean up the place. We can clean up the gang. They are recent. We know what's going on. So there's opportunity. There's hope in agriculture, in agro-tourism. This is why I was talking about Israel, because they have the expertise in growing food in a desert. They've done miracle. They've done amazing thing. This is why I form American, Asian, Caribbean group, and I have Israel, Haiti, and the United States. I work with those groups, and I believe these are the solution. Intelligent people, peace-loving people who understand the need for business opportunity for tourism. This is the country can help. And also American people who are interested in other nations, but there's opportunity. In tourism, there's a lot of opportunity in agriculture. And why do Haitians have to buy food other countries when the land is there? So it's a lot of things that need to be addressed. This is why you cannot shy from politics. You don't talk about it. I talk about it because I live it. I'm Haitian. I'm American also. So I understand both countries. I live in both places and I understand what needs to be done and I know what needs to be done.
I wonder if anybody else has a question for you, because it's a very international group from people from all over the world. And,
Yes.
you know, I think many of these people are interested in tourism. So perhaps somebody would like to raise their hand or just, it's a small group, just jump in and ask a question.
Yeah,
I love.
And we can you can easily do this. Yeah, let's say there's 10 people here in this group, and we have a lot more watching us actually on the outside. And I see Lucky is raising, and Lucky, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. It is so good to hear about Haiti, and
Yes.
we got really lots of information there. And
Yes.
as a tourism practitioner, what I will tell you that in every country has the political issues, and we are all struggling like that. but beside that, tourism is one of the things that it has no border. It
Yes.
has no, it is really, really limitless. It has so much, and we can do so much, but things are there. We have to build the trust, and should be peace, security, that people, they need that. You know, if
Yes.
like people, we should not so like we have that feelings that with something that, but we have to focus on the tourism product and marketing and things. If we do that, people, they love and they will travel to our country. And and things is the people of the country should like involve in tourism, not in other things. Like they should not so like it's they are we should make the people to think like they are really want to involve like develop their country and things like that. You know, if we try to talk about like politics and these all, people, they don't really like these all kind of things. But if we are serious to develop our country using tourism or anything, you know, so that will be the best thing. And you have to motivate your local people, and they are the main key people things like they will motivate people to travel in the country, because once they come to their country and they meet people and they have a connection with the people, and they will understand how good, how innocent, how people, they want to develop their country. So the people, they will be the promoter for your countries or for your tourism. So that we should not be angry, but beside that, we should focus on our product, on our tourism thing. So that will be the best thing. First thing, you have to build the trust. You have to make people understand and to focus on tourism. And it is this is the way that we have to work on, I think. And
Great
tourism
point.
is really, really,
Lucky
really
is calling us from Nepal.
Thank you so much.
May
Thank
may
you
I
so much.
add? Very good. But let me add, I have done churches in Brooklyn, New York. I have taken a number of churches to Haiti. I'm involved with religious tourism. I've learned a lot from Peter, and I'm going to do more. We have the best. We have tourism, security, and more. I invite you to look back, tourism, security, and more. We have here everything. I've done enough reading and study to understand. Now, people need to apply what is going on. People need to be educated, and it goes both ways. The security aspect of it, there's a lot of things that we can do. I had to speak the protocol thing to let these people know that instead of gun, we need love, we need food, we need to do different things. People need to understand the war, this problem affects those of us who are involved in tourism. That's what I'm trying this way. We can change the policies and have a friendlier situation and avoid that situation. That's what I meant when I say we need to have people who care, who understand tourism, who understand peace. Our peace brings tourism and stability. That's what I meant to say earlier.
And that's definitely a very true statement. And peace through tourism, if you look at Louis D'Amour, I don't know if you know him, he's the head of the International Institute for Peace Through Tourism in New York,
Yes.
Based in New York. He's been doing this for 30 years. And tourism is really an industry that works together regardless what your religion is, what your
Yes.
background is. And you can see it from, lucky I've been to Nepal many times as a
Yes.
classic example of a peaceful country when it comes to tourism. And of course, there are issues in Nepal and everywhere else in the world. These are domestic issues that need to be taken care of. And there's always a wider reason. So I really appreciate you explaining this, because much of what you've been saying, I don't think is very much known. What we hear is there has been devastation in Haiti. People are desperate to rebuild the country.
Yep.
And of course, every nation wants to build for the future. And with COVID and everything else going on, I think it hit Haiti really at the wrong time again. And
Yes.
so I'm wondering, from your perspective, since we have an international audience with people from many religions and many backgrounds attending, not only live here, but also virtually, what would be on your wish list for
Yes.
the world, what the world can do to help and assist and work with Haiti?
I think the very, very best, and we have it here, and I believe in my heart and my soul, we have it here. Those of you who are here and connecting the world together and to show what is going on in Haiti, to invite people. We can do even a bigger Zoom something. And with COVID, whatever the situation, whether in Miami or in New York, to have a round table with some of the experts and show the need to invest in tourism. And I heard about this gentleman from Peace for Tourism, but I want to have tourism and more tourism, world tourism events. I want us to get engaged, to take the leadership. I will accompany you. There's a lot of things I don't see here that I will show you proof, and I'll show you people who know the potential. They are investors. There are people who can invest once they see the potential. Now, even in New York, I know a gentleman who has the Money Museum. This guy on Wall Street, having a presentation to show Haiti, show the potential, the historical value to discover Haiti, the World Tourism event, tourism and more, to put together an event. People are watching different countries, and we take the lead. I mean, to have people from Europe to everywhere to travel to see. That will get rid of the gun, get rid of people, because they have nothing to do, and people come and give them a gun. That happens in any country. Don't give them guns. Give them a trade. Show them to speak another language. Show them tourism, love. We need to love. See what is missing. Remember, I'm a pastor. Love is what's missing at the equation. Once we love one another, we can visit someone. I can go to India. I can love the Indian. I can go to Nepal. I can go to Germany. I can love people. If you don't have love, I'm not asking, once you don't have love, respect, you're in trouble. So once you love, you visit, you respect the culture of those people, I swear, I know we see a better world. World Tourism event, you have a gold opportunity. I am the founder of American Asian Caribbean Group. The reason I formed this group is because I wanted to connect Asia with the Caribbean and while we are in the United States. American Asia, I have great relationship. I repeat, great relationship with a lot of Taiwanese and Japanese, a lot of, Asian. So I believe with World Tourism, we will sit down with Peter and those of you involved, we will see wonder how we can build something in New York through us by the grace of God. I claim victory in God's name. We can and we will. Peter is an extraordinary man. I love him. I know him. We travel together. We've done work. I believe we have the solution. Whether it's Biden or any president, because we American, I can lobby my local government. I'm in New York, from the mayor to the governor, all of them, to put a seminar together for the Haitian community. Go to my Facebook page, you'll see. So we can and we will do things. This is why I put a lot of emphasis on tourism and more. We need that. We need the world to understand what's going on in Haiti, to change the dynamic, to travel, to invest. The travel industry, the airline industry, they will make money and understand, teach them to invest, to engage to our company. Once we do that first seminar, you guys will find an excuse to come to New York. We'll do wonder. There's a large Haitian population in New York, doctors, bankers, they go invest in Santo Domingo. They go do tourism in Santo Domingo. So we can take Haiti. And again, we can and we will do a seminar, whether you choose to do it in New York. There's something big, all the beautiful people on this call to discover incredible thing, opportunity, business opportunity in Haiti for churches, for groups, for colleges, to visit. Because just like every Jewish kid goes to Israel to visit, every Muslim go to Mecca, every Black kids in the United States should visit Haiti. This is the secret. This is what I'm promoting. This is what I'm selling. I'm sharing that with you. That's part of my plan. All the colleges and university to have those Black students. When you look at Frederick Du Bois, James Weldon Johnson, all the prominent African-American, the historical value, what we had done, how we got rid of the occupation. This is what we need to bring Black American involved in tourism also in the United States. I've done that. I've taken Amsterdam News I've taken Caribbean people to Haiti. Now I need your help to maximize and make this thing a $1 billion business. I can, and we can do it together.
Daniel, fascinating. I hope you join our initiative, the World Tourism Network, and anyone else who hasn't joined us. And because we offer interest groups and Haiti could definitely be an interest group we haven't touched. And we would invite you to join our initiative. We are now a little bit 6 minutes over our time.
Juergen, I think that we could end with a really good idea, and that is that we might do a seminar and we focus just on that particular country, maybe once a month. And
yes,
so
that's the idea.
Haiti, obviously, we could focus on Nepal, we could focus on Malaysia. In other words, on different countries around the world, and we could honor that country, and that could be the country of the month. And that would allow people to learn about that country and have representatives from that country speak. So that's something.
I'm in New York. I propose New York. I can have believe me, from the mayor of New York City to elected official, I can arrange with a New York tourism visit New York. I love New York. I have relationship here. I can facilitate something for you. I can't do it in New York.
Yeah,
I can't.
Daniel, it might be that in the beginning we have to do it with Zoom until COVID goes, and a lot of people can't afford to travel right now.
We can do Zoom. That's okay.
We could do a Zoom conference, and that would be something that's a lot less expensive, and it doesn't cost anybody a plane ticket. So maybe that's a good way.
The nice thing is, Peter, these days you can do Zoom with the physical event. So if this was in the room anywhere in New York, you can have Zoom connected to it. And that's how many do it, because like the ITB trade show, for instance, in China, just talked to the gentleman this morning. They're going to have a physical event, but it's all done at the same time live on Zoom. So the way people meet is changing.
Yes.
We don't want to have our physical meetings again only, and hopefully this will happen. But until it happened, I think we can use the advantage of the technical platforms available and combine this. But Daniel, I really wanted to thank you. This was very short notice. Only hours before you agreed to be on our show, and we didn't plan the show. And I have to say thank you very much also for everyone who joined us today and who's still live. And if you wanted to listen to this event again, simply stay tuned. If you're on our various publications, we're going to rerun it till Thursday, actually, when we have our next breaking news event with Peter. And you can join our next event, what we'll discuss among what is going on in the world, also about a new method on how testing could look like for COVID. Completely different, completely new. And I think you will enjoy talking to our guest on Thursday.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it. I love you all. I bless you, and I look forward to working with you. We can, and we will transform the world. We can make a difference.
Before we end, Thomas, we always start with the weather. We didn't do it today. So maybe we should just end. And first of all, we'll ask Daniel, do you know what the weather is like in Haiti today?
It's probably 90-some degrees. But it's very bad weather, by the way. It's the wind, the Hurricane Grace. We're praying tonight. I'm fasting because Hurricane Grace is on the way to Haiti. It's supposed to affect the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos. So we still, after the man-made disaster, we're still expecting, and we're praying that God will have mercy. But the weather is very bad. We're expecting a hurricane storm tomorrow.
So from Texas, we're praying that the weather gets better there. The weather in Texas is its typical hot, warm, and humid. For a typical day in Texas. And I bet Juergen is looking outside the window. And this is a good place to end with. I'm sure he's going to tell us something about the beautiful weather in Hawaii and make us all jealous.
It has been a beautiful day. I see a little some rain clouds outside, but that is normal. Hopefully, maybe we see the rainbow a little bit later. But so far, it's dry and has been dry all day. People are in the water and enjoying the beach. And it's a nice summer day. And I hope this is the same wherever you guys are. And looking forward to hopefully seeing you on Thursday. And if not, we have another event on Sunday, what is more friendly towards our listeners in Asia. And on Thursday, it's going to be a little bit earlier, like 2 p.m. Eastern time. And so we catch everyone in Europe and in the Gulf region and in Africa at the same time. Well, from Hawaii, thank you, mahalo, and hope namaste to Nepal and wherever else you are.
Namaste.
You all have a wonderful
Bye-bye.
day,
Have a good
evening,
day.
and
Thank you. Merci
lots of love.
beaucoup. Merci, merci. I do
Merci.
anything for Peter, my mentor. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Daniel, for sharing
you.
your experiences.
Thank you. Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much,
Thank you.
I
Danielle.
send you love. I send you
Bye-bye.
love. I send you peace. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Take care.
Terima
Take
kasih
care.
to
Take care.
Malaysia.
Sama-sama.
Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Terima kasih. Bye-bye.
Taliban halts all flights from Kabul International Airport. Taliban units have come in direct proximity to the airport and fired several warning shots to disperse the people that have flocked there. Taliban cancels all departures from Kabul Airport. Kabul International Airport departures temporarily suspended. All flights were recommended to not fly over Afghanistan. Taliban representatives announced today that the departure of all flights from Kabul International Airport was temporarily suspended until further notice. Taliban halts all flights from Kabul International Airport. According to local reports, Taliban units have come in direct proximity to the airport and fired several warning shots to disperse the people that have flocked there. Earlier, all commercial flights from the Kabul airport were cancelled, while all transiting planes were recommended to reroute and not fly over Afghanistan. On Tuesday, British Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab said that the situation in the airport was calming down. On August 15, the Taliban moved into Kabul and imposed full control over the city in a matter of hours. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani stepped down, as he said, to avoid bloodshed and fled the country. Western countries are evacuating their nationals and embassy staffers. New Zealand goes on nationwide lockdown over one COVID-19 case. New Zealand countrywide shutdown is due to last 3 days, while in Auckland and Coromandel Peninsula the lockdown will last a week. One new COVID-19 case reported in New Zealand. New Zealand Prime Minister declares a nationwide lockdown. New Zealand stamping out the virus in very early stages. Speaking at a press conference yesterday, New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has announced that Kiwis will be subject to a nationwide Level 4 lockdown from 11:59 p.m. local time, 11:59 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, following the reporting of a single new COVID-19 case in Auckland. New Zealand goes on nationwide lockdown over one COVID-19 case. According to Ardern, coronavirus case detected in Auckland is the country's first community-transmitted infection since February. It is better to start high and go down levels rather than start too low, not contain the virus and see it move quickly, the Prime Minister said, drawing on the dire consequences other countries and nearby Australia have experienced by not stamping out the virus in the very early stages. The countrywide shutdown is due to last 3 days, while in Auckland and Coromandel Peninsula the lockdown will last a week. Under Alert Level 4 restrictions, New Zealand's tightest measures. Kiwis are only able to leave their homes for pharmacies, groceries, COVID-19 testing, medical care and for exercise in the neighborhood. It is yet to be determined whether the Delta variant is responsible for New Zealand's singular COVID-19 case. The isolated incident is the country's first locally transmitted infection since February 28, breaking its 6-month run without a single community case. The Prime Minister has championed a policy of early response lockdowns and strict border closures to stop infections from seeping into the nation. Last week, Ardern announced that New Zealand will reopen its borders in early 2022 once the majority of the population is vaccinated. Since the COVID-19 outbreak in early 2020, the nation of some 5 million has weathered the pandemic relatively unscathed in comparison to other countries, having recorded just over 2,500 cases and 26 deaths. Prototype plane crashes in Russia, killing all people on board. The plane missed the landing stripe by 1.5 kilometers (0.9 miles) and exploded upon its collision with the ground. Plane crashes near Moscow. New Russian military transport plane burns and crashes on first flight. No survivors in Moscow plane crash. New Russian transport plane has crashed during a test flight as it attempted to land at the Kubinka Air Base just outside of Moscow, killing all 3 people on board. Prototype plane crashes in Russia, killing all people on board. The plane missed the landing stripe by 1.5 kilometers (0.9 miles) and exploded upon its collision with the ground. U-2.B prototype plane crashes in Russia, killing all people on board. According to preliminary data, the crash was caused by a fire in the right-wing engine of the plane. The plane's developer, United Aircraft Corporation, has confirmed the accident, saying that before the prototype plane crashed, the aircraft's right engine went on fire, causing the Il-112V to tilt to the right side. The aircraft began to lose speed before flipping over and falling to the ground. The United Aircraft Corporation (UAC) reported that the plane was piloted by chief pilot of the Ilyushin Aircraft Company, first-class test pilot, hero of Russia Nikolai Kuimov, first-class test pilot Dmitry Komarov and first-class test flight engineer Nikolai Kludayev. Rostec, the parent company of the United Aircraft Corporation, announced that it would create a commission to investigate the accident, noting that it is still in its experimental stage. According to a source in the law enforcement, the bodies of all 3 crew members of Russia's latest Ilyushin Il-112V plane have been recovered. An aviation industry source said that the crew of the Ilyushin Il-112V were trying to save the plane until the very last moment and steered the aircraft away from residential buildings. Cruise passengers delighted to visit Jamaica after 2-year wait. "It's totally awesome, been waiting 2 years for this," admitted Terry Davis as he perused the Jamaican landscape with his partner, Katie Peel, who added, "It's just wonderful to be out, to travel, to see beautiful places again, be together with friends and family, have fun." This was the first cruise vessel to call at a local Jamaica seaport since COVID-19 pandemic struck 17 months ago. The first couple to disembark were from Miami, Florida, experiencing their first Jamaica cruise. What were they looking forward to? Beverages, the best coffee in the world, Blue Mountain, and rum punch. The couple were on their first cruise to Jamaica and enjoying the scenery after disembarking the Carnival Sunrise at berth 1 of the Ocho Rios cruise shipping port. It was the first cruise vessel to be calling at a local port in 17 months since the COVID-19 pandemic struck. With them were the first couple to set foot on Jamaican soil as part of their Caribbean cruise, starting in Miami. Donna and Anthony Pioli of Miami were very specific about what they wanted most during their time ashore in Ocho Rios, having been to Montego Bay previously. After a 17-month wait, Anthony was looking forward to the best coffee in the world, Blue Mountain, while for Donna, I'm looking for some rum punch. The exhilaration was shared by Carnival Sunrise's captain Isidoro Renda, myself, all the crew and the entire Carnival cruise line. "We are so happy to restart and to have our first call in Jamaica," he said, pointing to a very long relationship with Jamaica and Ocho Rios, "so we're extremely happy and pleased to be here. Ocho Rios is among the Sunrise's main ports after 17 months, and we're going to come here very often," he shared, calculating the schedule to be at least 3 times per month. Minister of Tourism, Hon. Edmund Bartlett was at the port for the occasion, and for him, the return of cruise at this time signals the second critical phase of the reopening of the tourism industry and will aid greatly in bringing back jobs to the industry. With Carnival's schedule of some 16 calls over the next 3 months and MSC, Royal Caribbean, Disney and other cruise lines preparing for resumption of sailing the Caribbean Sea, we are going to have cruise back on track by December with pretty much the full fleet, said Mr. Bartlett. He has projected just under 300,000 cruise passengers to Jamaica by end of year, by which time the Montego Bay and Falmouth ports will also be reactivated with hopes of having calls also at Port Royal and Port Antonio. On the matter of adhering to COVID-19 protocols, Minister Bartlett said given the stipulations of the respective local and international public health agencies, it has been a very long and difficult process of building out protocols, changing and making adjustments, trying to respond to variations of the virus itself and its mutations, and then to deal with attitude, behavior and mindset. The 3,000 passengers and crew of Carnival Sunrise had to meet strict measures governing the restart of cruise shipping, requiring approximately 95% to be fully vaccinated and for all passengers to provide evidence of negative results from a COVID-19 test taken within 72 hours of sailing. In the case of unvaccinated passengers, such as children, a PCR test is mandated, and all passengers are also screened and tested antigen on disembarkation. Also, the port of call has met protocols laid down by the Ministry of Health and the cruise companies, with the Tourism Product Development Company (TPD Co.) also monitoring conformity to the rules. Jamaica was rated highly for having lived up to expectations. I'd really like to take this opportunity to thank the Ministry of Tourism, the Port Authority of Jamaica, and most definitely the Ministry of Health. Your entire health team has been very engaged in the process to get the ship here today, and it's beyond our expectations, said Marie McKenzie, Carnival's Vice President of Global Ports and Caribbean Government Relations. Ms. McKenzie, who is Jamaican, has responsibility for 27 countries in the region, and has been working with local officials on the restarting process for Carnival. Seychelles goes digital on the Italian media stage with targeted campaigns. The Seychelles Tourism Representative Office in Italy, along with marketing partner Qatar Airways, has launched consumer campaigns tapping into two very important and growing segments for the destination: honeymoons and ecotourism. Seychelles is in the spotlight of top Italian bridal portal Matrimonio.com. The portal boasts 700,000 plus vendors, 20 million unique users and 7 million reviews. It is also a leader in social media channels with over 8,100,000 fans on Facebook, more than 3,950,000 followers on Instagram and 2 million followers in Pinterest, and first in search engine marketing and search engine optimization results. Targeting couples getting married in the next wedding season, after the lifting of the ban on wedding ceremonies last June 2021 by the Italian government, Seychelles is the spotlight of top Italian bridal portal Matrimonio.com. A global leader in online wedding planning with a 96% share of the 195,000 marriages held annually in Italy and active in 12 markets worldwide, this wedding portal is the most important reference for couples organizing their wedding and features all the wedding-related searches, such as gowns, venues, flowers and honeymoon destinations. Their mission consists in helping engaged couples plan their wedding by connecting them with the top suppliers in their area. The portal boasts 700,000 plus vendors, 20 million unique users and 7 million reviews. It is also a leader in social media channels with over 8,100,000 fans on Facebook, more than 3,950,000 followers on Instagram and 2 million followers in Pinterest, and first in search engine marketing and search engine optimization results. The project, in co-marketing with Qatar Airways, includes 2 push-action campaigns, through desktop and mobile display, advertorial and prospecting social media, to inspire couples to plan their Seychelles honeymoon with vacation packages. Running from June 2021, the campaign is enriched by a second phase of prospecting and retargeting campaign, and an exclusive newsletter to the entire database of 190,000 future brides and grooms. Tourism Seychelles is confident the campaign will inspire the honeymoon segment, which has been dormant due to the COVID-19 pandemic since last year. That Seychelles is the perfect getaway for couples looking for safety, intimacy and an untouched tropical paradise. Moreover, Seychelles tourism is tapping into another very important niche segment that is growing at a very fast pace: ecotourism. Aiming of which is to inspire the new traveler, who is sensitive towards sustainability issues and in search of pristine and authentic destinations such as Seychelles. With its natural wonders and attention to conservation, the Seychelles will be featured in the coming months in famous Italian nature magazine La Rivista della Natura and its online and social media channels. Natura, a quarterly publication, boasting some 20,000 readers, as well as a strong online presence with its official website and social media channels, has been a leader in nature and environment topics since 1999. Known for its high-quality images and interesting content, published few articles in each quarterly edition are signed by major experts on nature and environmental issues. The Rivista della Natura is also distributed during numerous events and trade fairs. Each edition suggests nature-themed itineraries and trips to national and international destinations with a specific focus on sustainable travels, wild places, animals and plants. Each edition features an insert economy covering issues such as ethics, markets, sustainable travels dedicated to the relationship between human being and environment, while some sections focus on suggestions about behaviors of everyday life and good practices for readers can engage in to preserve the earth from pollution, while its online platforms delivers dedicated newsletters and exclusive content. The consumer campaign includes articles dedicated to Seychelles, advertising pages, sponsored newsletters and website special banners viewed by some 1,712,360 users per year. In 2019, Seychelles received 27,289 visitors from Italy. Travel plans, where Gen Z, Millennials and Gen X clash and where they align? Travel study reveals clashes and alignments amongst Gen Z, Millennials and Gen X. Gen Z is the most adventurous generation with more than half 51% planning international trips and 37% domestic. Gen X is more hesitant with 33% not having traveled to another city in more than a year. Safety remains top of mind across all generations, with a little more than half of respondents from each generation saying it is their top concern surrounding travel plans. New study reveals American travel is at the top of everyone's mind, although generations are divided in their approach to travel plans. There are certain elements of travel and planning Gen Z, Millennials and Gen X agree on safety concerns, the annoyance of budgeting and a desire for more outdoor adventures. Travel plans, where Gen Z, Millennials and Gen X clash and where they align? However, there are divisions amongst these groups how far they are looking to go, frequency of travel, budget and what they are willing to spend more money on for their trips. As Americans look forward to travel, Millennials and Gen X stay closer to home while Gen Z looks international. Americans have been in quarantine awaiting the day travel restrictions ease and they can begin planning getaways again. The majority of respondents across generations, 70%, have started planning their vacations, but where people are going varies. Gen Z is the most adventurous generation with more than half, 51%, planning international trips and 37% domestic. The top international cities for U.S. travelers include San Juan, Dubai, Cyclades and Paris. Gen Z travelers can make the most of their favorite overseas destinations with unforgettable experiences such as a bioluminescent bay boat and hot springs tour in San Juan, desert safari in Dubai, volcanic islands cruise in Cyclades and a French macarons baking class in Paris. Nearly half of millennials, 48%, and more than half of Gen Xers, 61%, are planning to stay domestic. 35% of millennials and 20% of Gen Xers are looking to go international. Gen Z and millennials have been taking advantage of travel restrictions, lifting 37% of Gen Zers and 34% of millennials traveled to another city in the last month. On the other hand, Gen X is more hesitant with 33% not having traveled to another city in more than a year. All generations are most looking forward to traveling to the beach, ranking it first, above mountains, cities and countryside. The desired beaches of Miami and San Diego are likely what landed those locations in the top 4 U.S. cities for Gen Z, Millennials and Gen X. In addition to the beach, Gen Z and Millennials are also excited to explore new cities. The places they plan to visit within the U.S. include New York City, Miami, Los Angeles and San Diego. Gen X is looking to plan a visit to New York City, Miami, San Diego and Washington, D.C. Safety remains top concern, creating high demand for outdoor activities. Despite rising vaccination rates, the impact of COVID-19 is still very present for many. People are traveling again, but keeping a close eye on where and how to travel safely as the pandemic continues. When it comes to travel concerns, the generations are on the same page. Safety remains top of mind across all generations, with a little more than half of respondents from each generation saying it is their top concern surrounding travel plans. Gen Z 57%, Millennials 54%, and Gen X 55%. In an effort to stay safe while venturing out into the world, outdoor excursions are the most in-demand activities. All 3 generations ranked outdoor adventures as the top experience they are excited to plan. 24% of total respondents ranked flexibility regarding cancellations as their top concern. As COVID-19 rates and regulations fluctuate, travelers will be looking for assurances they will not lose money if plans have to change at the last minute. Consumers trading out screen time and cryptocurrency for real-world experiences. Throughout the pandemic, Americans picked up new habits and hobbies. Binge watching was popular, but many also took advantage of the time to learn about and invest in cryptocurrencies. In hopes that they'll be able to leave their COVID bubbles, they're looking to cash in their profits and enjoy real-life experiences in the outside world. Millennials dabbled in cryptocurrency, investing the most during the pandemic, 42%. Across generations of respondents that invested in cryptocurrency during the pandemic, more than one-third said they were very likely to spend those earnings on real-life experiences. Across generations, the most popular new hobbies picked up were streaming and baking or cooking. After those activities, the generations divide a bit. Gen Zers took up photography, 43%. Millennials prioritized fitness, 45%. Gen Xers watched documentaries, 40%. Budgeting proves most annoying aspect of travel planning. Millennials willing to spend more. The goal of travel is always fun, but there are of course annoyances, especially in terms of the planning. People are looking to go all out on their post-pandemic revenge travel trips, but financial realities can be a rude awakening. While the generations may agree on the greatest annoyance and what makes a trip memorable, some are more willing to spend more to enhance their trips and trip planning experiences. All three generational groups cited budgeting for trips as the most annoying aspect of planning a trip. However, millennials are more willing than Gen Z or Gen X to pay to have someone else plan excursions for them, 63%. Across generations, respondents cited unique experiences as having the greatest impact on their favorite vacations, 38% of Gen Zers, 48% of millennials and 43% of Gen Xers. However, only millennials are budgeting more for that element of their trips. Millennials are budgeting more for experiences than Gen Z and Gen X. 20% of millennials are spending $51 to $100 per person for experiences each day, while only 15% of Gen Z and 14% of Gen X are budgeting that amount. U.S. travel mask mandate to be extended through mid-January 2022. U.S. mask mandate requires face masks to be worn by all travelers on airplanes, ships, trains, subways, buses, taxis and ride shares and at transportation hubs such as airports, bus or ferry terminals, train and subway stations, and seaports. U.S. government to extend public transportation mask mandate. U.S. travelers are required to wear masks on planes, trains, buses. Current TSA transportation mask mandate expires on September 14, 2021. According to the latest report, U.S. government is planning to extend the public transport mask mandate for travelers on airplanes, trains and buses and at airports and train stations through January 18, 2022. The current TSA transportation mask mandate runs through September 13, 2021 and requires the use of face masks on nearly all forms of public transportation. It requires face masks to be worn by all travelers on airplanes, ships, trains, subways, buses, taxis and ride shares and at transportation hubs such as airports, bus or ferry terminals, train and subway stations, and seaports. All major American air carriers were informed of the planned extension on a call with the Transportation Security Administration (TSA) and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) today, and a separate call with aviation unions is planned for Wednesday, the industry sources say. U.S. public transportation mask mandate has been the source of numerous problems, primarily aboard the airlines, where some passengers have refused to wear masks. The Federal Aviation Administration said on Today that it has received reports from airlines of 2,867 passengers refusing to wear a mask since January 1, 2021. The CDC in June made a minor tweak to its rules, saying it would no longer require travelers to wear masks in outdoor transit hubs and in outdoor spaces on ferries and buses. According to CDC officials, the transit mask mandates have been effective in addressing ongoing COVID-19 risks. Taliban-run Islamic Emirates of Afghanistan loves women and amnesty. The Taliban have declared a general amnesty for all Afghanistan government officials and have called on them to return to work. The call comes less than 2 days after Taliban fighters entered the presidential palace and declared the war in Afghanistan over. The Taliban reportedly are still negotiating a formal handover deal with the country's political leaders. Welcome to the friendly Taliban ruling the new Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. Meanwhile, Anamullah Samangani, a member of the Taliban's Cultural Commission, said that women should join their new government. He also called on all sides to join the new government. At the same time, shops in Kabul selling burqas were doing a brisk business and fewer women were seen on Kabul streets on Tuesday, according to reports. During a UN Security Council meeting on Monday on the crisis in Afghanistan, the country's UN ambassador Ghulam Isazai said Kabul residents reported that members of the Taliban had begun house-to-house searches looking for people who cooperated with the government. Taliban fighters take over Kabul. He also said that he had received reports of targeted killings and lootings in the capital city. U.S. President Joe Biden, in a televised speech from the East Room of the White House Monday afternoon, said that I stand squarely behind my decision to pull U.S. troops out of Afghanistan and that he would not shrink from my share of responsibility for where we are today. Biden acknowledged that his administration did not anticipate the quick collapse of the government in the face of the Taliban offensive. The U.S. Democratic leadership noted that the withdrawal agreement was originally negotiated by former President Donald Trump. Heads up to this brave CNN reporter. Twitter.com. A tweet summarizes the fear. Do you know how scared women are in Afghanistan right now? Yes, you can pose and take a pic with them. But Afghan women are not even allowed to work. If the Taliban legalize slavery, rape, child marriage, molestation, will you accept that? What are your boundaries when it comes to protecting human rights? Don't you plan on standing against fundamentalists and enemies of humanity at all? Courtesy, The Media Line. The new seal of the Islamic Emirates of Afghanistan. Minister Bartlett, strict adherence to COVID-19 protocols key to successful return of cruise. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett says safeguarding the health and safety of the citizens of Jamaica, as well as visitors, remains the top priority as the island welcomed the successful return of cruise operations. Jamaica's Tourism Edmund Minister Bartlett calls for strict adherence to COVID-19 safety protocols. Due to risks presented by COVID-19, steps were taken to manage the movement of cruise passengers. The controlled dispatch system was implemented on Monday. Tourism Minister, Hun Edmund Bartlett says safeguarding the health and safety of the citizens of Jamaica, as well as visitors, remains the top priority as the island welcomed the successful return of cruise operations yesterday, August 16. Gift Minister of Tourism, Hun Edmund Bartlett, receives from Captain Isidoro Renda, a miniature version of the Carnival Sunrise, which docked in Ocho Rios on Monday, August 16, 2021 with over 3,000 passengers and crew, signaling the restart of cruise operations in Jamaica, after a 17-month hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking following the visit of the Carnival Sunrise to the Ocho Rios cruise shipping port, Minister Bartlett said he notes the concerns shared in the media about the restricted movement of the visitors who disembarked the vessel. However, Mr. Bartlett underscores that this decision was taken after consultation with various stakeholders and most importantly, was done to ensure strict adherence to COVID-19 protocols instituted by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the U.S. Center for Disease Control (CDC), and other international partners for the safe return to cruise operations. He highlighted that due to the risks posed by COVID-19, steps were taken to manage the movement of cruise passengers, which means changes had to be made to the customary routine operations, in order to reduce risk. He noted that these changes were communicated to tourism stakeholders. Scheduled visits were available for passengers to attractions certified by the Tourism Product Development Company (TPD Co.) as being COVID-19 compliant, and visitors were taken to these attractions by local contract carriage operators from Ocho Rios. In accordance with the Ministry of Health's guidelines and international protocols for the safe return to cruise operations, a decision was made to include only attractions that were certified to be sold by Carnival Cruise Lines, with the exception that each contract carriage operator had to stop at one of the three craft markets, namely, Ocho Rios, Pineapple and Old Market, Minister Bartlett explained. He noted that because of their size, members of the Coconut Grove market were allowed to participate in the port market to showcase their products at the Ocho Rios cruise port. The decision to stop at the craft markets, before going to the certified attractions, was approved by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, as well as the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Therefore, no freelancing was allowed by ground transport operators or vendors due to strict COVID-19 protocols. This is in keeping with international guidelines, and if we do not follow them, then we put our citizens and visitors at risk and the cruise lines will not visit our destination, the minister added. As we continue our battle with COVID-19, we had to make a decision to have controlled movement, while ensuring that Jamaicans operating small, medium and large enterprises could enjoy the economic benefits from the return of cruise. We also met with a number of stakeholders including ground transportation operators and attractions, to ensure that they would be aware of the restrictions involved to ensure the safety of our people as well as our visitors, Mr. Bartlett said. Ahead of the arrival of the cruise ship on Monday, the Ministry of Tourism, represented by members of TPD Co. and the Jamaica Vacations Limited, JAMBAC, hosted a meeting with the management of the 3 leading contract carriage operators in the area, to sensitize them of the health and safety guidelines. We hosted a meeting on Thursday, August 12, with the presidents of the contract carriage companies and advised them of the guidelines and of the importance of them following the protocols. An agreement was made for them to meet and get back to the ministry with a detailed list of the attractions each bus would transport the visitors to, the service price and the buses. This information was sent to us the following day, said Executive Director of JAMBAC, Joy Roberts. The controlled dispatch system was then implemented on Monday as planned and agreed on by all parties. The 3,000 passengers and crew of Carnival Sunrise had to meet strict measures governing the restart of cruise shipping, requiring approximately 95% to be fully vaccinated and for all passengers to provide evidence of negative results from a COVID-19 test taken within 72 hours of sailing. In the case of unvaccinated passengers, such as children, a PCR test was mandated, and all passengers were also screened and tested antigen on disembarkation. Also, the port of call has met protocols laid down by the Ministry of Health and Wellness and the cruise companies, with TPD Co. also monitoring conformity to the rules. U.S. travel, federal mask mandate extension makes sense. Extending the federal mask mandate for travel makes sense for the current health environment and has the travel industry's full support. U.S. travel mask mandate extended through January 2022. U.S. Travel issues statement on TSA extension of the mask mandate. Universal wearing of masks is an effective safeguard against spreading the virus and boosts public confidence in traveling. U.S. Travel Association Executive Vice President of Public Affairs and Policy Tori Emerson Barnes issued the following statement on the Transportation Security Administration's extension of the mask mandate through January 2022. Extending the federal mask mandate for travel makes sense for the current health environment and has the travel industry's full support. U.S. travel, federal mask mandate extension makes sense. The universal wearing of masks in airports and on airplanes, trains and other forms of public transportation is both an effective safeguard against spreading the virus and boosts public confidence in traveling, both of which are paramount for a sustained economic recovery. African Tourism Board told Air France, "We love you." Air France is looking optimistically in expanding its outreach to Africa when the national carrier of France introduced its 2021-2022 winter schedule. Air France will be expanding its global network to Zanzibar, Seychelles, Maputo and Banjul. African Tourism Board chairman applauds this move. Air France, stylized as Air France, is the flag carrier of France headquartered in Tremblay in France. It is a subsidiary of the Air France-KLM Group and a founding member of the SkyTeam Global Airline Alliance. With the COVID-19, travel and tourism to Africa remains a challenge. Showing the confidence Air France is indicating for Africa will create confidence in the industry and hopefully among potential visitors. Paris Banjul on Air France. Air France will start service to Banjul, the capital city of the Gambia in West Africa. Paris Banjul will be operated on an Airbus A330 with 224 seats. It includes 36 spaces in business class, 21 premium economy and 167 economy seats. The Gambia is a small West African country, bounded by Senegal, with a narrow Atlantic coastline. It's known for its diverse ecosystems around the central Gambia River. Abundant wildlife in its Kiang West National Park and Bao Bolong Wetland Reserve includes monkeys, leopards, hippos, hyenas, and rare birds. The capital, Banjul, and nearby Serekunda offer access to beaches. Service is supposed to start on October 31. Paris Maputo on Air France. Also starting on October 31 is Air France's new service to Maputo, Mozambique. This new route to Maputo will be operated on a large Boeing 777-300 or offering first class, business, premium economy, and economy. Mozambique is a southern African nation whose long Indian Ocean coastline is dotted with popular beaches like Tofo, as well as offshore marine parks. In the Quirimbas Archipelago, a 250 km stretch of coral islands, mangrove-covered Ibo Island has colonial-era ruins surviving from a period of Portuguese rule. The Bazaruto Archipelago farther south has reefs which protect rare marine life including dugongs. Paris-Abidjan on Air France. AF 704 will be operating between Paris-Charles de Gaulle via Banjul to Abidjan in Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast recently hosted African Tourism Board Chairman Cuthbert Ncube and is on an expansion course to develop tourism in this West African nation. Côte d'Ivoire is a West African country with beach resorts, rainforests, and a French colonial legacy. Abidjan, on the Atlantic coast, is the country's major urban center. Its modern landmarks include ziggurat-like, concrete La Pyramide and St. Paul's Cathedral, a swooping structure tethered to a massive cross. North of the central business district, Banco National Park is a rainforest preserve with a hiking trail. Paris-Zanzibar on Air France. Already on October 18, Air France will connect Paris with the holiday island in Tanzania, Zanzibar. This service will be operated with a stop in Nairobi, Kenya on a Boeing 787-9. Tourism in Zanzibar includes the tourism industry and its effects on the islands of Unguja and Pemba in Zanzibar, a semi-autonomous region in the United Republic of Tanzania. Paris-Seychelles on Air France. Seychelles Tourism already announced and is excited to welcome an A330-2200 service from Paris to this French and English-speaking Indian Ocean tourism paradise. Service originally started in 2019 and was interrupted due to COVID-19. This service will start on October 23. African Tourism Board Chairman Cuthbert Ncube told eTurbo News, he was excited about this expansion of the Air France network to Africa. Ncube feels this is a very positive development African tourism has been waiting for.